everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today we are coming at you with a ranked video.
Yes, we've gotten many comments for people who want us to do more ranked videos, and in particular this artist. So today we're going to be ranking Marilyn Manson.
Heck yeah. When's the last time we did a ranked video on our channel?
I think the last ranked video was it Megadeth maybe?
I think so. We've done Megadeth, Beatles, Metallica, Maiden. Is that it?
I think so.
Okay. We really enjoy doing these videos. They're a challenge, but they're also a surprise because we don't reveal to each other our list beforehand.
Right.
We won't spend too much time blabbering, but Marilyn Manson has always been an artist that I loved. I got into him when I was pretty young because my dad used to work at Hot Topic, and he was big into Marilyn Manson, and I don't know, I always used to listen to him in middle school and then through high school and college and today, so I'm a big fan of his.
I didn't really go through a phase with Manson until a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I listened to the Rock is Dead when I was a kid, but that was just from, like my parents playing it in the car.
Yeah.
But a few years ago, I heard the Portrait of an American Family album, and it blew me away.
Yeah.
So I went through and listened to everything, and he's my third favorite band of all time.
Yeah.
So we have some records here to show.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I was lucky enough to see him once. And once things are back to normal after whenever that may be, and after concerts are back to normal, we got to go see him together. Because did I go alone?
Yeah,
I
think so.
I went alone. I'm that type of person. I'm pretty dedicated when it comes to concerts. If I really want to see somebody and nobody can go with me, I'll go alone. I don't care.
Yeah. But Manson means a lot to us, so none of this is slander on any album.
No, not at all.
So,
not at all.
But let's get started with your least favorite Manson album.
Okay, do you want me to go first? Do you want to go
what's
first?
your least favorite?
Okay, my least favorite, do you want to guess?
I'd probably guess Born Villain.
No.
Okay. His new one, We Are Chaos?
Yeah, his new one, We Are Chaos. Okay. Again, no hate, no slander, but I mean, I've listened to it one time, and I haven't had any desire to listen to it again.
Okay.
There's only like one or two songs that I kind of liked, and I honestly don't remember the titles. I saved it on my Spotify. I truly don't remember. Maybe it was Red, Black, and Blue. That sounds kind of familiar. Maybe the title track. I don't know. It was okay, so that's why I put it at number 11.
Okay. My number 11 is Born Villain.
Okay.
This is an album that came out when we were in high school. I remember it coming out. It really didn't impress me at all.
Which is one of the few you don't have on vinyl, right?
Right. It's easy to get on vinyl, but I just haven't bought it yet.
Okay.
If I found it in a store, I'd probably buy it, but I don't feel like ordering it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like nothing blew me away from Born Villain.
What songs are on there?
No
Reflection.
I like No Reflection. I like Pistol Whipped.
I like Slow Motion.
Yeah. But that's about it for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't impress me that much.
Okay. That's fair. Born Villain, I put at number 10.
Right.
So it's just that much above We Are Chaos, and my justification for that it's just because I'm a little bit more familiar with Born Villain than I am We Are Chaos, because We Are Chaos just came out and it was okay. So Born Villain was okay, but I've listened to it more than one time. So.
Okay. Well, my number 10 is We Are Chaos.
So we switched 10 and 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually like a few songs from this. I like We Are Chaos. I like Don't Chase the Dead. Other than that, looking at the song titles, they're not familiar to me. Like you said, I've only listened to it once, but it didn't blow me away.
Okay.
A lot of people are saying on the Manson Reddit, are saying this is one of his best albums, and that's just crazy to me.
Yeah, remember when we were talking about when it first came out, people were saying that their favorite Manson album used to be like Antichrist or something, and now it's this. I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa.
This did not blow me away. I was very underwhelmed by this album.
Yeah.
But Manson is Manson, so
Yeah.
When this came out, as you can see if you follow the channel, we're big vinyl collectors.
Yeah.
So anytime a new artist puts out an album, it's exciting because it's a new chance to get a new record.
Yeah.
But he put this out, and I just hadn't had the will to spend like new vinyl price for it because I wasn't that into it. So I got this actually at Walmart on their Black Friday sale, so it was only $15.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd buy it.
Yeah, that was a good deal.
Yeah. So that's my number 10.
Okay. Alright, so moving on, I will go. My number 9 is High End of Low.
Okay. This is an album that's never been pressed.
Yeah, so obviously we do not have that on vinyl. And to be honest with you, I liked this album when it came out, and I still like this album today. I really liked like Pretty as a Swastika. I even liked Armageddon. That's a great song. Leave a Scar, Running to the Edge of the World. Those are songs I all love, but I don't listen to it a lot anymore. I listened to it a lot when I was in middle school, but if I'm in the mood to listen to Marilyn Manson, this is not the album I'm going to choose.
Right.
Would love to have it on vinyl one day, but I don't know, it's not higher up because it's just not one that, as of right now, today, if I'm listening to Manson, that's not the album I want to listen to.
This is my number 9 as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So I remember when this album came out too. I remember going to Hot Topic and buying the CD because they had, if you bought the CD, you could get a High End of Low era shirt, which I think you have.
Yes.
I think I gave it to you. But I really love some of the songs. I really love Running to the Edge of the World. I really love Armageddon Motherfucking Geddon. And I really love Leave a Scar.
Yeah.
So
even We're From America, like, is still relevant today, and I love that song. It's still a really good song.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's our number 9.
Yeah, okay.
What's your number 8?
I made my list. I think I know what the next one is. Number 8, I did Pale Emperor.
Okay.
Again, no hatred whatsoever, because this is one of the recent Manson albums, meaning in the last, how many years?
The last
6, 7?
decade, I guess.
Yeah, more recent as in not 90s or early 2000s Manson. And I do like a lot of songs from this. I really like, I like Faded, Faithful, and Fatal. I love Mephistopheles of Los Angeles. Deep Six, very, very good. So we're getting to the territory where there's not a lot of complaints, but there are like 7 more Manson albums that I would grab before I would grab this one, if that makes sense.
Right.
So, which is why it's my number 8.
Okay. My number 8 is Eat Me, Drink Me.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So this is an album that I never knew of or listened to before I met you. And the song that got me into it was one that you would play a lot, which was Heart-Shaped Glasses. Love that song a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember playing, we're looking at Spotify, the track list, by the way. I remember Putting Holes in Happiness on Guitar Hero, and I always loved playing that one.
Nice.
I love If I Was Your Vampire. I love, like I said, Putting Holes in Happiness. They Said Hell's Not Hot. It's a great album. Just I like other ones more, I guess.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Love the album cover. And that's also a record that hasn't been pressed. I think there's a bootleg, but it hasn't been put out officially.
Yeah. That's so frustrating, and it is a topic for an entirely different video, but if you have some of your albums on vinyl, just have them all.
Well, yeah, especially an artist like him, which is one of our favorite artists of all time. My second, and I'm sure it's in your top 5 at least.
You have a tattoo. I want to get a him tattoo.
They have all of their albums have been pressed on vinyl, except for one, which
and it's
is
my favorite,
which is Venus Doom.
Yeah,
it's very frustrating to have an artist's entire discography, but just miss one record.
You could have the artist's entire discography.
Yeah.
Or you could be missing just one.
Yeah, that's right.
That's another video we should do, him ranked.
Yeah. Ooh, I'd like to do that.
Okay. What was I saying? Moving on to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, my number 7 is not Eat Me, Drink Me. My number 7 is Heaven Upside Down.
Okay.
Now, I kind of have a justification for this one, but it kind of ties in with number 6, and I don't want to reveal my number 6 yet. I think this is the best of the past 4 recent Manson albums.
Me too.
Meaning like this one, Pale Emperor, Born Villain, and We Are Chaos. This is the best of the 4.
Absolutely.
In my opinion. Just the song alone, We Know Where You Fucking Live. God, that's an angry song, and it's just such a classic Manson, like, oh, you know, it's pure anger in there, and pure edginess, you know, that's what you seek when you want Manson. But, I mean, I love Tattooed in Reverse. There's so many good songs on here that I really love. Satan, Kill for Me, Jesus, I gotta have the whole album saved. So this is one where, like, the whole album is good. There's not, like, a song that's, like, super cringy that you're like, ooh, that's gonna bring it down a couple notches. It's a really solid Manson album, the best of his 4 recent releases, in my opinion. So that's why it's number 7 for me.
Okay. My number 7 was Pale Emperor.
Okay.
This is an album that I really love. This one really blew me away when I heard it. Killing Strangers, Deep Six, Mephistopheles, Devil Beneath My Feet, Third Day. This is a classic album. I love it so much. Yeah. Heaven Upside Down is my favorite from the last couple albums, but this is definitely next.
Yeah.
Love this album a lot. I don't really have anything negative to say about it.
It's really good.
Just like other ones better, I guess.
Yeah.
Love it.
Very good. Alright, moving on to number 6. My number 6 is Eat Me, Drink Me, which you just mentioned. This, and like I just said, the reason this, for me, is higher than Heaven Upside Down is because it's got a special place in my heart. In middle school, when I had a CD collection and not a record collection, this was one of my Manson CDs. I did not have his entire discography, but I definitely had Eat Me, Drink Me, definitely had Mechanical Animals, definitely had Antichrist, Hollywood. I was missing Portrait. I never had Portrait. But anyway, this was one of the ones that I listened to a lot. I love If I Was Your Vampire, Heart-Shaped Glasses. I even love You and Me and The Devil Makes Three. It always reminds me of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? But it's like an edgy version of that. And I love the Heart-Shaped Glasses music video.
Yeah.
I've always loved that music video. So I guess this one for me, even though like I do have some songs that are not saved from this one, which I have like all the songs saved from Heaven Upside Down. The reason it's above Heaven Upside Down is because it's more nostalgic, I guess.
Okay.
So that's my number 6 pick, is Eat Me, Drink Me.
Okay. My number 6 pick would be Golden Age of Grotesque.
Ooh, okay.
Which is an album that has been pressed one time, and it's insanely expensive. I do love this album. Probably like close to $500.
Jeez.
Maybe 4, but more than I'm willing to pay.
Yeah.
Love this album a lot. I pretty much love all the songs, my favorite being Slut Garden.
That was a great one. I love that song.
Use Your Fist, Not Your Mouth. Yeah, I really love this album. I don't think I really have anything negative to say about it. I remember the Mob Scene video when I was in middle school coming out. All of my goth friends were obsessed with it. But I don't know, I guess I didn't really pay attention to Manson back then.
Okay.
But yeah, I love this album, and it's my number 6 pick.
Okay. Very good, very good. It is actually my number 5 pick.
Okay.
So Golden Age is in my top 5. Is that controversial? Or is it pretty popular?
I don't know.
I'm kind of out of the loop when it comes to how people perceive Manson's album.
I think it's pretty fair.
Okay.
In the Manson subreddit.
Okay. Well, again, another one that's super nostalgic. This is one that I would listen to all the time. My favorite song from this is Saint.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually how I got my mom into Manson, was by playing her that song, because it's just such an amazing song. Love Mob Scene, love This Is the New Shit. I even love, like, you know, Doll Dag Buzz Buzz Ziggity Zack, even though it's kind of corny, and Kaboom Kaboom. Slut Garden Now is probably my favorite from this. It used to be Saint. But, I don't know, it's a solid album. I like the whole, like, carnival theme.
Yeah, me too.
That's in the album, of like the creepy circus music that's kind of in the background.
His Mickey Mouse get up thing.
Yeah,
live.
so I've always loved that. So yeah, that's my number 5 pick. I think it's a pretty solid choice for top 5 Manson records.
Yeah.
So yeah.
My number 5 is Heaven Upside Down.
Wow.
This is an album that completely blew me away.
Yeah.
I was so excited for it to come out. And I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Kill For Me, I love Saturnalia. Mm-hmm. My favorite, though, is probably the title track, Heaven Upside Down.
Very good choice.
A lot of people on the Reddit don't give this enough credit, I don't think.
Yeah.
But I really love this album. I don't really like the cover. It's just...
Really?
It's a little too simplistic for me.
I don't like it.
Yeah, this is my number 5 pick. I love this album so much. Yeah.
I think that's a better cover than Pale Emperor.
You do?
Yeah.
Here, hold this one.
What do you guys think?
I like
Which is the better cover, Pale Emperor or Heaven Upside Down?
I'm voting Pale Emperor.
Hold on. I don't know, I just think this one's more like... He's never done a cover like this.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, he's like... It's Manson, it's just him. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's my justification.
That's my number 5.
Alright, moving into top 4 category. My top 4... or my number 4, excuse me, Manson album, is Hollywood.
Okay. Y'all be happy to know that we do have this on vinyl.
So gorgeous.
Many bootlegs, but this is real.
Talk about a creepy album cover. Before we even get into the track list, look at that.
Yeah, that's scary.
I was always like, dang, where's his jaw?
It's like a zombie Christ.
Yeah, which is, you know, iconic.
Mm-hmm. Even the back
yeah,
is
I was about to say, look at the back.
God, I love that. We're really lucky to have this on vinyl.
Art can really make or break an album.
It can.
Okay, I have the entire album saved on my Spotify. The whole thing. I mean, there's not a bad song on this. There's not. I mean, this is a 10 out of 10 album.
Complete 10 out of 10.
I don't know what my favorite... Let me look.
This is my number 4 too, by the way.
I love the fight song. I love the Nobodies. I mean, target audience, amazing. I don't know what my favorite is. They're all just bangers after bangers after bangers, so...
God, I think my favorite might be Coma Black.
Good one.
Either Coma Black or A Place in the Dirt, maybe.
I think this is a good, like, introduction to Manson album.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
His vocals on this album are supreme.
Yeah. For sure.
You got John 5 on it, one of my favorite guitarists.
Yeah.
I don't have anything negative to say about it. It's a solid 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Any way you cut it.
So,
for me.
This is my number 4 pick. And another one that I've been listening to forever.
Yeah.
I had it on CD when I had a CD collection before we started doing vinyl. So
right, I remember borrowing that from you a few years ago.
That's my number 4.
Since it probably doesn't get showed very much, I'm going to show off the vinyl.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I love
tarot cards. Get up there close. Very cool gatefold.
Yeah, for sure.
And the record, standard black, and each label has ADAM for Adam.
That's sick.
Yeah.
more
Love it.
Christ
Love it.
imagery references, which made him, you know, after Antichrist came out, you know.
Yeah, this is the Columbine record.
Yeah.
Some responses to Columbine on this and whatnot. But, God, solid 10 out of 10.
It's a perfect album.
You could throw it on, everything's going to be good.
Yeah. No complaints.
Nope.
Did you say that was your number 4?
Yeah.
So Hollywood's your number 4?
Yep.
Okay. My number 3, now we're going into top 3. I'm wondering if we're going to have the exact same top 3.
We might.
I think we might, but I don't know.
Did you look?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. I promise.
What's your number?
Okay, my number 3 is Portrait.
Oh, okay. We don't then.
Okay. This was hard. Okay. And to be fair, in the past couple months, if I'm feeling like listening to Manson, this is the one I'm choosing.
Yeah, me too.
This is the one I'm choosing.
Me too.
Manson's first record, 10 out of 10 record, no complaints at all. My favorite, I mean, there's so many. Recently, I love Lunchbox. I love Get Your Gun, Wrapped in Plastic, Dogma. All of them. You know, all of them.
It's hard. You love it so much, it's hard to talk about it.
Yeah, that's what, I mean, we're getting into the point where it's like, there's no complaints and everything's amazing, so what do you say?
Yeah. No complaint at all from me.
No. So, that was my number 3 pick.
Very good.
Do people usually rank this number 1?
No, people hate this album.
What?
On the Manson Reddit, people hate this album.
Why?
Like, not like hate, but
they don't give it
it's
enough credit.
very low on a lot of people's list.
Come on.
Very low.
Guys, let us know. Do you enjoy this album? Is it in your top 3? Is it in your top 5? Because it's definitely in both of our top 3s.
Yup. Alright. My number 3 would be one that was my number 1. Mechanical Animals.
Things change, you know.
This was my number 1 Manson record a few years ago. But yeah, like you said, things change. I fell so in love with this album. I had heard, like I said, Rock is Dead.
Yeah.
And Dope Show. And I Don't Like the Drugs when I was a kid from just my parents playing it. But I never heard songs like User Friendly or Disassociative or the title track Mechanical Animals or Great Big White World until very, like, maybe 2 years ago. And I sat down and listened to the album and it kind of changed my life.
Yeah.
So I had to get this on vinyl.
For sure.
I love this so much. The album cover, not my favorite Manson album cover, but definitely probably my second favorite.
What's your favorite Manson cover, that?
Portrait.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my favorite song on this one is probably Great Big White World, or maybe Last Day on Earth.
Oh.
Man, this is a gem. And this is the Back on Black reissue with the 2 records.
Sick.
Love it so much. It's a very important album to me and you.
Yes.
So that is my number 3.
Well, that is my number 2.
Okay.
Mechanical Animals, definitely my number 2. This is, yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you and steal that from you. This is an album that changed my life, for sure. And the reason why I rank this above Portrait is just because the songs make me reflect more and make me think more. I love every single song off this, and I love every single song off Portrait. But songs like Speed of Pain will mess you up in the head.
Love it.
Like, it'll really, I mean, you can put on Speed of Pain and just lay in your bed and think about life. You know, I mean, there's just so much to unpack. I have always loved, you know, User Friendly. It's got the hits like Dope Show and Rock is Dead. But I think my favorites is probably either... I used to love New Model number 15. I still do. It's tough. User Friendly is in my top 3 from this album. God, I don't know. It's hard to say. All of the songs are perfect.
It's hard to pick a favorite.
They really, truly are. And I've always loved the album art. Super freaky. My middle school friends used to ask me if that was a boy or a girl, and I didn't have an answer for them back then.
I have a 30 by 60 poster of that album art.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
So, is this pretty popular in the top? Yeah,
yeah.
Okay. It's fair. You know, every song is a banger. Every song is a banger. You can't go wrong.
I would say that's probably Manson's commercial peak.
Yes.
Like when he was the most like famous and popular.
Yeah. I mean, like "Rock Is Dead" is a pretty radio-friendly song.
Yeah.
Because it's not talking about, I don't know, hurting yourself or Christ, you know, stuff like that would be frowned upon.
Okay, so my number 2 was another record that was my number 1 at one point.
Yes, I remember.
Portrait of an American Family. This album, I mean, I don't even know how to like describe how much I love it. This is an album that completely blew me away. This is the album that really I got into Manson with a few years ago. Because this album cover, just, I love it so much.
Yeah.
And it
amazing.
captivated me.
Yeah.
And the music was just as good. This is the Simply vinyl press, which was pretty expensive. And the records look pretty cool too, I'll show you. There's one of the labels.
Ooh, I love that label.
Yeah, so this is an album that blew me away. It changed my life again. I think I had heard Lunchbox before when I was a kid, but my favorite has got to be Wrapped in Plastic.
Gotta love the sample from Twin Peaks.
Yeah, the Twin Peaks references, and just being an amazing song in general. I love Cake and Sodomy too, and Get Your Gun. This album,
What do you say?
probably top 5 albums of all time. And
To be honest with you, go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
To be honest with you, when I was into Manson, never listened to this album.
Yeah.
Never.
But you did have Smells Like Children.
Yeah.
Which is essentially this album.
Yeah. Yeah.
But remixed.
But I never listened to this album specifically. But it's weird because I would listen to like the demos of like the Spooky Kids, but I don't know why. This one was never, I don't know. It never occurred to me to listen to it. But when I did, it was like, whoa.
Right. Yeah, this album completely blew me away. I have a poster up there of the album art.
I was gonna move
Go
it,
ahead.
but I'm
Yes,
scared to.
go ahead.
Okay.
Can you do it higher? Ah, dang.
Where is it?
It's above my TV.
You can't really see it.
Yeah, you can't see it. Oh,
There
it
we
is,
go.
a little bit.
There we go. You can see
There
it
we go.
kinda. Let's readjust.
This video just became interactive. Alright, so yeah, that's my number 2. And our number 1,
Both of our number ones. Surprise, surprise.
Antichrist Superstar. A pretty typical pick, I think.
Yeah.
I think this is probably a lot of people's number 1 favorite Manson album.
It's got my 2 favorite Manson songs of all of his albums. My
Which
2
are what?
favorites. Dried Up and Reflecting God. Reflecting God is my favorite Manson song.
I agree with that. Dried Up and Tourniquet are my favorite Manson songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that picture of him on the back, just the black contrasting with the red and the white, it's perfect, dude.
Forget about it.
This is a record that was very expensive and hard to get. This is an original first press from Simply Vinyl, and this record has been repressed in I think the last 10 years through Hot Topic, but that press has become even more expensive than this one somehow. Yeah, so I had to spend a lot on this, but it's worth it, I think.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta
This
do.
is the white label. But yeah, this album, every song is a 20 out of 10.
Yeah, I know.
We love this one so much. And that's why it's our number 1 pick.
If we were to list every song we loved off of this album, it would be every single song.
Yep.
Again, I think another Manson album that is a good introduction to Manson because it really does define who he is as an artist.
Yeah.
In terms of music, in terms of performance. I mean, what he would wear in this era. Come on, mind blowing and shocking.
Sure.
It's the definition of shock rock in the 90s.
Shock the world.
So, yeah, that's our ranking. I'm kind of not surprised that we had the same number one. And we didn't have an exact list the rest of the way down.
You know what though? As the months go on, like month after month, the top 3 changes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll get into a mechanical phase and be like, maybe this is my favorite.
Yeah.
And then I'll hear Tourniquet again, which is my favorite, and be like, oh no, Antichrist is my favorite.
I do remember when Portrait was your favorite for a very long time.
Yep, very long time.
But, yeah. Guys, let us know what you think of our list. Do you agree with Antichrist being number 1? Do you agree with Mechanical and Portrait being in top 3? Let us know. And also let us know if you want us to do a hymn ranked. We could also do Green Day, White Stripes, Black Sabbath.
Yeah,
you know, just let us know which ones you want to see next. Next week we're going to hit you with a thrifting video. So stay tuned for that. And hit subscribe if you haven't already.
Please.
Subscribe to us. We post videos every week, every Saturday, either a thrifting video or a vinyl video, and we appreciate your support. So, you got anything to say?
Thank you for watching. Like you said, make sure to subscribe. We love y'all.
Yep.
If you're not subscribed, subscribe so you can get more content like this.
Heck yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
Alright, peace out.